Now for the number 10 spot of my figures of 2023, it had to be for Transformers animated Prow from Legacy Evolution. This figure is just surprisingly good to me. At first I was hesitant because I wasn't a big fan of the redesigns that trying to fit in with the generations, but Prow somehow pulled it off pretty well. Probably one of the better ones at the time before Bumblebee and Prime came out for animated, and we'll look to those in the future, hopefully. That's gonna be pretty cool, honestly. That look really good. I have Bumblebee ready. He's phenomenal. But Optimus is coming to mail very soon. But the reason why I love this Prow is because, not gonna lie, I had the old figure, and I had so much memories of that figure. This figure brought me back to those old days as a kid. So it was a little bit personal to me because nostalgia. And if I take it off, it's still a good figure, but just really brings it back to my childhood. I don't get that often in figures at all for a long time. This figure is one of my favorites because it's kind of brought me back to that, you know? Hasbro, you did a good job. Very good job and proud here. And for the number 9 spot for 2023 for me, it shouldn't be here because it was a Christmas gift, but I said screw it. It is the SH Figuarts Shinkocho Seiho, I hope I said it right, Ultraman from the original series. I was actually not thinking about getting this figure. I was probably tempted to get the original version, whereas I was like, this was just more fancier colors. It's nice, but it's not, maybe not too much different. How wrong I was. This figure is beautiful. I'm just mad that I didn't get this figure when it was out, when it was a thing back then. But I have it now, and I am grateful. I love this figure so much. Like, I couldn't let this figure go when the day I got it for Christmas. I kept messing with Ultraman, playing poses, having him fight Gamora and Mephiles. I enjoy this figure so much. And I can't wait to get the other figures like Tiga, and hopefully Gaia and Dinah, if that's a thing. I don't know. I heard they were released. But I really hope, maybe it's a fat stretch, but I really hope we get an Ultra 7. That will be awesome because this is a way better mold than the original molds. I'm just that blown away with this figure. So, I wish he was higher on the list. I wish I got him earlier. But honestly, better late than never. And screw it, this figure is just fantastic. Love this figure. And number 8 on the list, it is Studio Series 86 Snarl. And this figure is amazing and beautiful. Probably, arguably, one of the best Dinobot figures from the A6 line. Even going toe to toe with Grimlock. Yeah, I said it. I think he's on toe to toe with Grimlock. Because Slag is good. I have an issue of mine, sadly, with the joint breaking on the leg. Sludge is cool. He's great, but a little bit floppy. Snarl and Grimlock are both equally good quality. They're built perfectly. And Snarl, I love the look on Snarl more. He's just phenomenal, especially with the gold paint. It just looks great. I mean, granted, the goldish yellowish plastic they use that's not painted gold, which could have looked a lot better as gold, it doesn't bother me because it does somewhat blend in, and they had to compromise that for the paint if it doesn't get scuffed. So, I'm okay with that. But this was a bit tougher to put on the list because a lot of people, well, mostly, again, my friends, having a hard time finding this guy because he is so sought after and he is expensive on the aftermarket. Those prices are not worth it for this figure. If it's $60, then okay, fine, but I would recommend that. $80 to $100, unless you know what the hell you're doing. Just wait, and hopefully he'll appear in stores with Primal, because he's supposed to be released with Primal. So, fingers crossed if you guys could find him. But Snarl here deserves to be in the 8th spot for 2023. He is so dynamite! Sorry. Now in the number 7 line, and I'm going to be cheating here. It's not 1, but 2 figures. Transmetal Megatron and the Select Cyclonus with Nightstick. G1 Toy Colors, of course. And you're probably wondering, why the hell am I putting 2 figures in the same number? Well, this was more special to me, and Cyclonus is definitely a bonus here in the list, because I actually got these figures as a birthday gift, for pretty early birthday gifts, from my friend, very good friend, Cyberverse Prime. He really didn't have to do this. I said, like, you give me either one, it's fine, just one of them. But nah, he told me to open them, and I was like, look at the other one. It was like, wait, and I was like, what the hell? I was actually tired when the packages arrived. When I saw these 2 in the box, I was like, no way. I lost my sleep. I was awake fully. Like, it was such a great surprise. Dude, Cyberverse Prime, if you're hearing this, dude, thank you so much. You really are best of friendo. If you guys don't know what that means, then how dare you. But still, Megatron, Transmetal 2 Megatron is a freaking awesome figure, and it's a dragon! How can you go wrong with the dragon? And Cyclonus, dare I say, I like him better than the original, probably because of the purple, because it really reminds me of animated Cyclonus when he made that appearance in Season 3, first episode. So this is just awesome, plus Target Master. Yeah. But these 2 figures are fantastic. Dragon Megatron is the star of this lineup, but Cyclonus here is a bonus, and he's a damn good bonus. And I love these figures both equally. That's why they're number 7 line. So, sorry I cheated. I don't care. And for number 6 in the list, it is the Hiya Toys Rodan 2019 from Godzilla King of the Monsters. Now, this one is quite a surprise, because I'll tell you why it's surprising, but let me tell you the story real quick. Long story short, I only wanted Rodan, honestly. I was not thinking about getting the other figures. I was like, they're cool. I just wanted Rodan, because he looked better than the NECA and the SH Monster Arts one. But the quality and the design, the articulation on this figure blew my mind. And I immediately fell in love with this figure, that I was just on board now with Hiya Toys. And I really, really was not expecting to even like this figure or love it this much. Yes, it's a better Rodan figure than the other ones, for ones that have a legendary, but this figure in general not just impressed me, but it introduced me to a new line, and I'm probably going to spend my money for the Monsterverse figures on Hiya Toys more than Monster Arts, and we'll get to that in the next figure, which it's actually going to be the same company. And for number 5, the big 5 in the lineup, this is the Hiya Toys Godzilla 2019. Obviously from King of the Monsters. Now, because of Rodan, I got this figure. And, oh my god, I was not expected to fall in love with this Godzilla figure. This figure is everything I've always wanted for the Monsterverse figures, for Godzilla. I want it to be accurate, nicely articulated, beautifully sculpted, that it's like, oh my god, I have the model in my hands. We don't get those with the Monster Arts or NECA, unfortunately, at least to me, but they're good for their time. But this figure is not just a great figure. To me, I'd say it's almost like art. Dare I say it, it's art. Maybe I'm gushing at these figures too much. I just get easily pleased, I guess. But even though I know some things can be bad. But this Godzilla figure, for the Monsterverse, this is the definitive Godzilla figure. But if you don't want this one in particular, there's other options like 2014 Burning Godzilla, Godzilla Heat Ray version, which is the Godzilla vs. Kong one, the new updated 2021 Godzilla, and I think it says right the upcoming 2014 one from Hiya Toys. Hiya Toys is cooking it with these Godzilla molds. And they're not the same figure over and over again, like saying, oh, it's the same mold. There are different tweaks in the molds, different looks and designs. It's just like, it makes you want to buy it. It's that good. Hiya Toys is doing such a good job with these Monsterverse figures. And that's why this Godzilla and Rodan made me hooked into the lineup. And I can't wait to get Kong, even though I heard mixed feelings about that figure. Mothra, King Ghidorah, and other figures. But let's see if Monster Arts could put more love and effort for the upcoming new Empire figures. I think they probably will. They're probably not going to F it up like... Oh, never mind. They did. Well, that sucks, but honestly, Hiya Toys is now the the company that people gonna buy the Monsterverse figures from. But to me, 2019 here, this figure rocks! Now to the number 4 slot, and if I say 4 on the list or 4 list, I'm sorry. Or just anything with the list and like, you know what I mean. I'm sorry. I don't think right. But number 4 slot on the list, it goes to probably one of the only few Rise of the Beast figures from Studio Series, Optimus Primal. This figure is it was just a joy to have, honestly. This figure is great. Like, Gorilla Mode for the legs could be better, but the rest is fantastic. Robot Mode is fantastic. Is even more fantastic. Robot Mode, I really wish I could have had him here, but I prefer Gorilla Mode more. Just me. But it comes with a lot of accessories. The Transwarp Key, chains for his swords, which were not in the movie, sadly, but you could give it a battle trap. His 2-bladed swords, you could turn to like a double-bladed sword, and an axe for Optimus Prime here. And get out of here. We'll see you later, okay? We'll see you later. But this figure, Optimus Primal from Studio Series, has to be one of the best figures in Studio Series released so far when it comes to like accessories, in my opinion. This guy just is that good. And he's Monkey. You can't go wrong with Monkey. Plus, it's Beast Wars. I love Beast Wars. And the fact that Primal was in the movie with the other Maximals really made me happy. So this guy is such a treat. Now I'm going to the top 3 figures here in the list. And number 3 had to go for Studio Series Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime. Now sadly for this figure, he is and was a buzzworthy Target exclusive. So for those that didn't get a chance to pick him up, good luck. Because I think you guys probably missed out on one of the best Optimus Prime figures from this new continuity for Rise of the Beast and Bowie movie. Rise of the Beast Optimus Prime here is just a great figure. Very poseable. The compromises on him are the truck mode and the shoulders here, which it has the trigger happy joints for the shoulders. Aside from that, oh, actually the gun is like a pea shooter. That stinks. But if you ignore all that, this figure is just amazing. And yeah, I do have 2, and don't ask why. Actually, it's from family member or just for myself. Who knows? Who cares? I'm not a scalper, but I wanted to have 2. And if you want me to show proof, I'll show you proof. Alright, I'm sorry. I'm back, and enough proof. He's right here. I have 2. Because I got one from Hasbro Pulse, and I found one at Target. So I'm very happy. If people are going to ask, can you give it to me? Or can you sell it to me? Sorry, but no. I'm sorry. Not for sale. If they give me a comment, I'm sorry, I'm not trying to be mean, but I will delete that comment. Just don't ask me to buy this figure or buy it off of me, because I'm not selling it. I'm not giving it away. No giveaways. It's just for me. But aside from that, though, this Optimus Prime figure is probably one of the best Optimus Prime figures I have in my collection. Until eventually a rumored 86 Optimus Prime for Studio Series. But until then, this is the best Optimus Prime in my collection, movie-wise. And for the number 2 spot, it had to go to Studio Series 86 Commander Class Ultra Magnus. Now, like, we had Ultra Magnus from Siege and Kingdom and the kind of lazy repaints from the Takara and the Walmart exclusive lineups. But I honestly didn't think we would get a new Ultra Magnus anytime soon. And, oh, hold on a second, you see that right there? My bad. But I didn't think we'd get a new one, because once they make a character, they won't make another one for a long time. And oh, this figure is one hell of a treat. It's like almost similar to the Masterpiece, and I never owned the Masterpiece, so how would I know? But it's so close to that, but it just looks beautiful. It's compatible with vehicles. It transforms like normal, not like another Optimus Prime that's white, like a reference to the old toy. It's just its own thing, like he was before in the show and the Masterpiece. This figure, it's just amazing. This is the figure that I would have said this is number 1 of the year. He could have been close, and boy, what a figure he is. So that's almost all my other figures I've gotten for the list of 2023. But if he's number 2, who could possibly be number 1? Like, come on. What is the one figure you guys would think that could be number 1? That could be better than this figure alone? Like, how is that possible? Well, let's bring him out. Overall, the number 1 figure that is deserved to be in my list of 2023. This is a figure I didn't think I was going to love at all, but it actually ended up being the best Transformers figure I own in my collection until something gets better than this. It is the HasLab Deathsaurus. This figure, when I funded it, I only wanted to fund it for Star Sabers who go like toe to toe with him, or just display them against each other. But I had no idea I was gonna love him this much. He's better than Victor Saber. He is better than almost any of the other Commander class figures I've gotten. Sadly, to me, better than Jetfire. I mean, it should be expected because this is a HasLab product. This HasLab figure is just phenomenal, beautiful, majestic, divine. Like, I know I gush over all these figures, but I feel like this one is the one that deserves it the most. This is the best figure, the best Transformer I own in my entire collection career for Transformers. Yes, there's more better figures out there. Yes, there's like Titans that are just as good, if not maybe better than this figure. But this, to me, is my holy grail in my collection. This figure has everything. He has 2 mini-cons in his chest. This chest, for Christ's sakes. He turns to a chicken kaiju. And he is the Emperor of Destruction for the Decepticons. Like, you can't get any better than that. He has a freaking giant gun right there. Look at that. It's folded, but it is a destroying machine. I forgot the name of it, but I'll figure out later. But he also comes with a flail, and basically a mace with chains. You know what it is. A giant sword, a shield, which is 2 tails, really. He has 2 Micromasters that are unique, and is not a remold of anything we've seen before. So that's cool. That's nice. But Deathsaurus himself, Deathsaurus alone, is amazing. The articulation is great. The transformation can be a bit challenging when it comes to like one part, trying to keep it line up. The beast mode is, I love the beast mode. And the paint, the chrome even, is beautiful. I could gush for hours on why I love this figure. This is the best, number 1 best figure for 2023, and I am happy I was one of the few people that funded this figure when it was being crowdfunded. Hasbro, you really outdid yourselves with this figure. I am pleased. Now there you have it, my top 20 figures of 2023. I have to admit, this was one hell of a ride with figures. For that year of 2023, I mean, it was a nice year for me. I mean, again, I had ups and downs in life, COVID at Thanksgiving, but I had a good time with family, my friends, and collecting. I went to the convention this year. It's been so long since I went to a convention, and that really made me happy. But for figures, collecting wise, it's been one hell of a year. Not just for my happy experience, but also pain in my wallet. And I think this year, 2024, will bring even more pain. Oh boy. So, these, like, not all my figures here, but these are the figures you see right in front of you are my favorite figures, best figures for me for 2023. Some of these figures that were gifted to me from families, friends. Again, Optimus Prime, thank you so much for these 2. And crowdfunded a figure back then. I love this figure so much. But overall, it's been a good year for me for collecting. Very happy. Now I look forward, and at the same time, not really looking forward to 2024 because my wallet's gonna die again. But there's a lot of good figures coming out this year, and I cannot wait. So, I'm gonna say it again. Hope you guys had a happy new year. 2023, thank you for The time of collecting for me. Let's see what 2024 has to offer. So that's it, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this long video, probably. And I'll see you guys hopefully in the next one. Goes Go 20 out.